Hi guys, and welcome back to Shares Cool Beans. It has definitely been a minute. I think the last time I uploaded was about a month ago, but yeah, it's Christmas time and we have officially finished our first term of our PGCEs. Congratulations. This video is going to be about the 5 most shocking moments from my PGCE so far, so stay tuned. Okay, so before we get into the video, please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before this year ends. It's looking like that might not be possible, but you know, all the subscribers, all the better. We want to help as much people as we can who are beginning their teacher training journeys. So please subscribe and please like, because it also helps YouTube algorithm and gets more people seeing this video. I hope you like my Christmas antlers and my Christmas jumper. Cute. Yeah, it's Christmas, my most favorite holiday of the year. If you've seen over on my Instagram, miss.coolbeans, yeah, please follow that at miss.coolbeans. That's my Instagram. Follow me and I'll follow you back. Yeah, I've been posting like just some Christmassy stuff and like the outfit I wore for the last day of term. I love Christmas. Christmas in primary school is like the best time. It's just Christmas carols, music, good vibes, sweets, lots and lots of sweets, and yeah, everyone's just in a good mood despite the horrible weather. But anyway, let's get into the video. So over this term there has been some shocking moments, some really good and some quite bad, and I am going to fill you in about 5 of them. So the first shocking moment I'd have to say is how ill I've been. It's actually been no joke. I first got ill just before October half term, and that has literally continued until probably the last week of that Christmas term. Like, I was still taking antibiotics, but I had a horrible chest infection, and then that led to I had esophagitis. Like, the doctor, they put like a camera down my esophagus, and it was like swollen, it was irritated, and it was like there was like a little tear because I'd been coughing so much and the acid had been going in my esophagus, and it was just gross. And one day I woke up about, what day was it? This was actually last Friday. Yeah, I woke up last Friday and I couldn't swallow. So I called 111 and they were like, go to your GP I always say emergently. I'm like combining the 2 words, emergently and urgently. I went to the GP urgently and then they were just like, yeah, your esophagus is mashed up. Take some antibiotics and it should be all good soon. So yes, I can now swallow and I can now eat lots and lots of Christmas sweets. So but yeah, it's just crazy how ill I've been during this half term. And I would say that doing this PGCE hasn't made it any better. It's actually made it worse. I feel like if I was a TA last year and I felt ill, like with a cough or whatever, I would have been better in like maybe like 4 days tops, but this has just stretched like for weeks and weeks and weeks. And what's kind of made me upset a bit is that where I'm doing my first placement per se, they've seen how ill I've been, but they haven't really taken any measures to like help me out, if you know what I mean, just in terms of like planning and stuff. It's kind of like, oh well, if you're sick but you've turned up, then you can still do as you're supposed to do. And like, there's just been, I wouldn't say there's really been support in terms of like my first placement and whoever's supporting me there. I did inform my training provider and they were really lovely about it and stuff, but by the time I told them, because I had, you know how you have like a half termly observation, by the time I told them, it was nearing the end of term anyway, so there wasn't really much they could do about it in terms of planning and stuff, because I'd done all of that planning. But there was one week in particular where I was having that observation with my link tutor, and that week following up to it, I was ill. I was on that time of the month. I had loads and loads of planning to do, plus I had an assignment due the same day my link tutor was coming in. And the day before my link tutor came in, I was just in tears. Like, I was in tears. And the Senko caught me out. I was just trying to walk through the school with my head bowed down, but yeah, he could tell there was something wrong, and I just broke down into tears. So always talk to someone if you can, that being your training provider or university you're training with. Tell them before it's too late. Tell them while something can still be done, because the actual school you're in, they may not be so supportive. It may just be a case of, it's winter, everyone's sick. But most of us, we're not getting paid to do this. Those teachers are getting paid to do this. We're not. So always take care of your health. The second most shocking moment is kind of a cliche one. I'd have to say it's how fast the time has gone. It is no joke. Like, it sounds so cliche. Oh yeah, the time's gonna fly by when you do your PGCE. But those of you who are doing your PGCE, back me up and comment below, please. It is no joke how fast the time flies. It must be some kind of witchcraft, because it just flies. And I don't know if that's because there's so many deadlines, and of course you just have to be so organized and get everything done by particular dates. You're constantly just on a deadline. You're following time constantly, so you just wake up one morning and it's almost Christmas Day and you've finished your first term of your PGCE. And I must say, I'm a very sentimental person, so it does make me kind of sad that all this time has gone by, like the first time of my PGCE, and I haven't kind of been in the moment as much as I'd have liked to be, because every time I am in that moment, I'm thinking of the next task that needs to be done and this that needs to be done that Tuesday and so on. So future trainees, and even for us who are already doing our PGCEs, let's just take a moment to be in the moment next term, because it really truly flies by, and I really do think we are going to miss this year when it's over. There's so many highlights and stuff, and we don't really get to take it in because we're just rushing with everything. The third shocking moment is quite a big one, and it didn't happen to me, it happened to a friend. So this friend was covering a class, and there was an incident where there was just a physical incident that took place between a TA and a child. And it wasn't the child being physical to the TA. My friend told me that it was the TA being physical to the child, and a massive situation happened. And that friend said that it happened on the last day of term, and it wasn't a particularly nice way to end the first term for her. But it just goes to show that anything can happen in the classroom, and you just have to be well prepared, because my friend told me that the moment those things happen, the classroom can just turn into utter chaos. But you have to be that responsible adult who just calms the class down no matter what happens. You are solely responsible for whatever happens in that classroom. That's not to say that my friend got in trouble for what had happened, but serious action took place against that TA, my friend told me. So she never expected it to happen. It was absolutely insane, and it threw her off for the whole day. And she didn't like how she was just thrown in to cover a class that she didn't know, especially her being a PGCE student and an unsalaried PGCE student, because certain rules apply when you are a school direct trainee and a SCITT/PGCE trainee. There's certain things you aren't allowed to do. For example, if you're doing a SCITT slash PGCE, you may not be allowed to teach PE on your own, because like if an accident happens, you aren't insured because you are working for a training provider and you're not an actual employee of the school. So just be wary of those situations. If you're ever uncomfortable with what your school's asking you to do and you are like a PGCE slash SCITT trainee, you just need to woman/man up and just tell them no, because that's what my friend should have done, but she didn't. The fourth moment that left me shook is the amount of progress I have made from the beginning of September until, this term has just finished, till the end of December. It is actually insane the amount of progress you make during that first term of your PGCE. It's lovely to see and notice yourself how you gain so much confidence, and how you may go in on that first day in September feeling like, the class isn't even going to see me as a teacher, but by the time you step out for those holidays in December, your class are going to see you and respect you as a teacher, and it is one of the best feelings in the world. That being said, if I go into more depth with just like my training plan, at the beginning of September, the amount of teaching I would do a week would probably be up to an hour or 2 hours, because that would just involve like small mini interventions, like taking out a group or teaching like a maths starter for 15 minutes. But now, during at the end of this first term, I've been doing a couple of full days of teaching and like covering classes all day. And that's not to say like because the school trusts me to do it. That is truly just because we've been so understaffed. But I actually feel, I wouldn't say 100% comfortable doing that with another class that I don't really know, but with my own class, I'd be completely comfortable covering the class for the whole day for about 2 days. Like, it's just insane the amount of progress you build up, and kind of like the stamina to teach as well. It is a lot, so much talking you have to do, and just you have to be wary of everything. You have to have eyes in the back of your head, and it's just, you may feel like you're in a maze when that first begins in that September, but by December, I'd say you're almost ready to start teaching. Like, you start thinking about the following September, which leads me onto the fifth moment that left me shook, and that is in January we are going to start looking at like job applications and how to apply. Now, even though I am comfortable with doing that, it's just so shocking because we still have 2/3 left to go. And if you think about it, doing one term, or I don't know how many weeks that is quite short to just be jumping to job applications. But some of them do open really, really early. You can also apply to ECT pools, which I'm going to do. So yeah, whenever you feel comfortable, like if that time is now, I'd say start writing up that cover letter. I'm going to do the same during these holidays and get applying, just so you get your feet in the pond or the pool. I don't know what the saying is. I say that because even though most people say, oh, like teachers are really needed and stuff, I do know a few like ECTs who didn't get a job in the September that just passed, just because they'd all been taken, really. So I'd say no pressure, but just apply as early as you can. Start typing up that cover letter, just get your foot in there, because you don't want to get to like around April and like all the jobs have been taken and stuff. It is completely like each to their own, but I like to do things early just to know that I'm financially secure, especially given the fact that I'm on an unsalaried course. And let's be honest, we want to be thinking about money, like, you know, our salaries in September, which could possibly start in July, given the facts that our last student loan payments are in April. So for me, I like to plan things ahead, and yeah, start applying while you can. Really, there'll always be time to like apply to different schools and, you know, change your cover letter as you gain more progress and everything, but it's never too late. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, my 5 most shocking moments of my PGCE so far. Please like, comment and subscribe, and also I'll be filming another video that will be coming out along with this, which is just about my overall experience so far. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas and see you soon. Bye.